Well, we can be there from the beginning when landlords start having issues with their tenants to right to the end of the process when they're eventually able to recover possession of their property. There's various notices which can be served on behalf of landlords and which require tenants to leave by a certain date. So there's a Section 8 notice where we serve this on tenants who have breached the terms of a tenancy agreement, or a Section 21 notice which is served on tenants simply because the landlord requires possession of the property. We carefully draft these notices and serve them on the tenants, ensuring that the law is correctly complied with. If the tenant doesn't leave the property by the date specified in the notices, we can then draft court documentation and issue court proceedings so that the court can order that the tenant leaves the property by a certain date and also pays rent arrears which are outstanding as well. We also robustly defend any defences which the tenants do put forward, such as housing disrepair, which is a common defence, and we also attend the court hearing on behalf of the landlord so they're not put through the stress of attending personally. If the tenant fails to vacate by the date specified in the court order and or fails to pay any rent arrears which are due by the date specified in the court order, then we can issue enforcement proceedings against the tenant, which will involve instructing a county court bailiff to personally evict the tenant from the property. We can also provide advice and assistance to landlords in relation to tenancy deposits and certain information which they need to provide to tenants in relation to the deposit. It's a very important area because it can ultimately affect whether the landlord can gain possession of the property if certain time limits are not abided by, and the landlord can also be fined quite a large amount as well. This is a highly technical area of law. There are strict processes and time limits which must be complied with. If there is one mistake, the court can strike out the claim and the whole process will have to start right from the beginning, which could take months. The landlord will incur further costs and also suffer further loss, especially if there's outstanding rent arrears. We also provide our services on a cost-effective basis. We charge a fixed fee for each stage of the possession process. We will never incur costs without taking our client's instructions.